full wave rectifier. A full wave rectification, current flows through the load in the same direction for both half cycle of input AC voltage. So we are using both the half cycles, both positive and negative half cycles of the input signal. So there are basically two important circuits. One is the center tap full wave rectifier, another is the full wave bridge rectifier. Let us first discuss center tap full wave rectifier. In center tap full wave rectifier, we have the input supply and transformer. The transformer is centrally tapped, and we have two diodes, D1 and D2. Okay, let us understand the working of this circuit. Suppose we have an input like this, so 20 peak to peak. So here we have one 0 to 20, here this other 0 to 20. So I have this diagram. This VT1 is the voltage at A, VT2 is this one at B. So during the first half cycle, this one, this is positive and this is negative, means A is positive and B is negative. So A is positive means diode D1 is forward biased, B is negative means diode D2 is reverse biased. So diode D1 conducts current, so therefore current passes through the diode D1 and passes through the load resistor RL in this direction and reaches here. So the next half cycle, so this one is positive, this is negative, that means this point is positive and this is negative. So diode D2 will be forward biased this time and diode D1 is reverse biased. Therefore current flows in this direction and passes through the load in this direction. Okay, so in both the half cycles, current passes through the load from here to this direction. Okay, so therefore in both the half cycle, current passes through the load in the same direction, means we have an output like this. Okay, so this is the rectified output. It is much better than the half wave rectifier output, but it is also a pulsating DC, not a perfect DC. So this is combined figure. So this is the 20 peak to peak. This is the transformer 1 and this is transformer 2 secondary, and the red one is the rectified voltage. These are the for voltages. Okay, from that it is clear that the center tap full wave rectifier gives a much better rectified output than the half wave rectifier. Okay, but the serious difficulty is this center tapping is a very serious difficulty. Bridge rectifier. In a bridge rectifier, we use 4 diodes. Okay, they will form as a bridge like this. This is the bridge. 4 diodes, D1, D2, D3, D4. So here the secondary of the transformer is connected to these 2 points, and from A and B through the road we are taking the output. So here also I am giving an input signal like this. So we have this positive and this negative. So during the first half cycle, P is positive and Q is negative. Since P is positive, this diode D1 is forward biased. Since Q is negative, diode D3 is forward biased. So the first half cycle, diode D1 and diode D3 is forward biased, and D2, D4 are reverse biased. So current flows from P through D1 and reaches A. Since D2 is reverse biased, it goes through this way and reaches here and pass through the load in this direction, see, and reaches B. Since D3 is forward biased, passes through this direction and completes the cycle. The next half cycle diode, this Q is positive and P is negative. Therefore, D2 and D4 are forward bias and D1 and D3 reverse bias. Therefore, current passes through this way. Since D3 is reverse bias, it passes through D2, reaches here. D1 is reverse bias, so it will passes through this way. Again, it passes through the load in the same direction and reaches here. D4 is forward bias, that passes through this way and completes the cycle. Therefore, the output is this one, output current. Here also the current passes in the same direction, in the upward direction here. So this is the output current and this is the output current and this is the output voltage, the voltage across the load. So this is the combined input voltage and output voltage. Again, this is output is rectified, and also it is also a pulsating one. Okay, pulsating means it contains AC components also. Okay, now we want to calculate the efficiency of the full wave rectifier. The efficiency of a rectifier is the ratio of DC power output to AC power input. We are taking the input voltage and output current, and I will take the small portion dt to calculate IDC and IAC. IDC is calculated as the average value and IAC is calculated as the RMS value. Okay, this is the way. I average is equal to IDC, that is equal to integral 0 to t by 2 IDT by integral 0 to t by 2 dt. So this is 0 to t by 2 because so this is the time period t, but its time period it repeats after this interval. So the time period is t by 2. So therefore 0 to t by 2. So integral 0 to t by dt is t by 2, and you are getting IDC is equal to 2 by t integral 0 t by 2. I is Vm by Rf plus RL into sin omega t. Here Vm by Rf plus RL is Im. So this is equal to 2 Im by t integral 0 to t by 2 sin omega t dt, where Im is Vm by Rf plus RL, or IDC is equal to 2 Im by pi, and DC power is I square DC RL, that is 2 Im by pi whole square RL. Now mean square current is integral 0 t by I square dt by integral 0 t by 2 I dt, that is you are getting Im square by 2. From that IRMS is the root, that is Im by root 2. Therefore the AC power is I square RMS RF plus RL, that is equal to Im by square root of 2 all square RF plus RL. Now we can calculate the efficiency as the ratio of PDC and PAC, that is 2 Im by pi all square RL divided by Im by root 2 all square RF plus RL, that give you 8 by pi square RL by RF plus RL, and this is equal to 0.812 by 1 plus RF by RL. As before, RF is very much small compared to RL, therefore this value is very small, means the maximum efficiency of a full wave rectifier is 81.2%. As I told you, in the rectifier output it contains some AC components. Okay, the output of a rectifier consists of AC and DC components. So, but for a good rectifier, the AC component must be lesser than the DC component. Okay, so AC component in the output of a rectifier is known as ripples. Okay, if you calculate the ratio of RMS value of AC component to the DC component in the rectifier output, it is known as ripple factor. So ripple factor gamma is equal to RMS value of AC component divided by value of DC component, or IAC by IDC. Mathematically we can calculate in the following way. So the total power delivered to the load, that is delivered to RL, is actually the sum of DC power and AC power, because the rectifier output consists of both the AC and DC components. Or I can say the output I square RMS RL, that is equal to I DC square R, that is the DC power, plus I AC square R, that is the AC power. Okay, RL can be cancelled all the way. So you are getting IAC is equal to square root of I RMS square minus I DC square, or gamma. For calculating gamma, I need to find IAC by DC. So I divide it by IDC, that is IAC by IDC is equal to square root of I RMS square minus IDC square by IDC, or gamma is equal to square root of I RMS by IDC all square minus 1. Let us calculate the ripple factor for half wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier I RMS is Im by 2, IDC is Im by pi. Therefore, gamma is equal to square root of Im by 2 by Im by pi all square minus 1, that is 1.21. So ripple factor of half wave rectifier is 1.21. Similarly, for full wave rectifier, its value is 0.48. Okay, it is clear that the AC component in half wave rectifier is larger than full wave rectifier. Okay, it is the minimum. So let us conclude in the following way. We were discussed 3 rectifiers, rectifier circuits: half wave rectifier, standard out rectifier, and bridge. These are the input signal that we have given. These are the circuit diagrams, and these are the outputs. From this discussion, what we can see that in this the number of diodes used in half wave is 1, center 2, bridge 4. In center only a transformer is a necessary one, because we want to center it, and on the others two it is not a necessary one, but we can use to step down or to control something. So the efficiency for half wave is 40.6 and full wave 81.2%. Ripple factor and output frequency. So here output frequency is same, but here it is double the input frequency. Okay, that's the thing. In full wave it is double, and PIV is VM to VM and VM. Okay.